If you're building a brand, you know the feeling, right? You're juggling a dozen different tools, you're feeling kind of overwhelmed, and you're not always seeing the results you want. Well, what if the whole approach for 2025 is just completely different? Okay, let's get into it.
To really understand where we're going, we first have to get real about the big challenge that so many entrepreneurs and creators are up against right now. It's this problem of putting in all this effort for, well, not a lot of reward.
And look, this isn't just a feeling. Check out this stat from Gartner. It's wild. Small and medium-sized businesses are spending 20 to 30% of their revenue on marketing tools, only to see less than a 5% return on the content they create. I mean, that's an expensive, frustrating cycle that just burns people out.
Yeah, there's actually a name for this feeling. This sense of just being drowned in a sea of subscriptions and logins and workflows that don't talk to each other. It's called tool fatigue. It's that exhaustion you get from trying to be a strategist and a writer and a designer and a social media manager all at once, with everything held together by digital duct tape. This right here, this lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way, the chaos of juggling Jasper and Hootsuite and Grammarly and everything else. But on the other side, a vision for a single, intelligent assistant that handles the whole thing from start to finish. This tells us the solution for 2025 probably isn't just a better tool, but a totally different way of thinking.
And that brings us to this really fundamental shift. We're moving away from just stacking more tools on top of each other, and we're heading toward a brand new model for actually getting work done. Seriously, just think about this for a second. What if the answer wasn't another piece of software you have to manage, but a partner? Something that could think and plan and execute right there with you. It just reframes the entire problem.
And that teammate, it takes the form of what's being called an intelligent assistant. See, this isn't just another content generator. It's a thinking partner that handles the entire workflow, from that first little spark of an idea all the way to checking the performance and then learning from it to do better next time.
So how does a model like this actually work in the real world? Well, it all starts with this concept called the AI growth assistant.
What's cool is that the whole process feels less like using software and more like you're briefing a member of your team. You start with your goal, it then audits your brand online, it creates a strategy, makes the content, schedules it, and then, and this is the most important part, it learns from the results. It's a complete closed loop that just keeps getting smarter.
And you can see who this is really built for. It's not for some massive corporation with a huge marketing department. No, this is for the freelancers trying to get inbound leads. It's for the small brands with huge ambitions. It's for agencies trying to scale, and for all the solopreneurs who are brilliant at what they do, but maybe struggle a bit with the marketing side of things.
But okay, this brings up a huge question, right? The biggest fear with AI is that it just pumps out generic, soulless content. Well, this new model is designed to do the exact opposite. It's all about finding, understanding, and then amplifying your unique, authentic voice.
The process doesn't kick off by asking you for keywords. Instead, it starts with this deep, motivational session. They actually describe it as therapy meets brand strategy, and it's all designed to get to the absolute heart of why you do what you do.
So instead of asking, hey, what do you sell? The assistant asks these really powerful questions, like this one. It wants to understand your why. It wants to know your frustrations and your vision. And that becomes the creative DNA that fuels absolutely everything it does. And to capture all those great ideas that just pop into your head, there's a feature called the journal space. You can think of it like a simple place to just drop your raw thoughts, those half-baked concepts, basically creating a bank of your own unfiltered inspiration for the assistant to pull from.
And that's really what makes this so different. The system isn't just pulling ideas from some generic database. It's taking your thoughts, your voice, your mission, and it's transforming them into complete, polished campaigns that are ready to go.
And here's the best part. You are always in the driver's seat. You get to decide exactly how the content goes out into the world. You can post it as yourself, you can have the assistant post for you with a little tag, or you could even create a dedicated AI persona. The control is totally yours.
But as powerful as all this is, the Growth Assistant is really just step one. It's the foundation for a much, much bigger vision for how small businesses are going to operate in the future.
I mean, just look at this roadmap. It shows a super clear progression. After mastering content, the vision expands to a knowledge assistant, like a personal coach to help you level up your skills. And then beyond that, a project ops assistant, which is basically a digital COO to help you manage your entire business.
We're talking about a full digital team here.
And this just brings the whole idea full circle, you know? The end goal isn't just to build a better tool, it's to build a true strategic partner. It's about having a teammate that remembers, learns, and helps you grow because it actually understands your brand on a really deep level.
And that leaves us with this final big question. As we all look ahead to 2025, the conversation is really shifting. It's not about which tools to buy anymore, it's about who you want on your team. So, is your brand ready for its first AI teammate?